But yeah, I eventually found the bus station. It was difficult to find because it was partially under renovation. But by the time I arrived, it was already closed. However, there were some taxi drivers preying on people like me. So one of them came up to me. We agreed on our price. Everything is cheap in China, so that option worked out for me. So he took me there. He took me to this small town near my courts and met a lot of curious people once I got there. Okay, this is where I'm staying for tonight. Bathroom. The thing is, I got this room immediately. There were no issues with registration or anything like that. I just gave them cash and that was that. Very cheap too.
It's 11 a.m.
So there are actually over 300 languages that are spoken in China. But even if we only talk about Mandarin Chinese, we still have to know that there are hundreds of different forms of Mandarin Chinese, many of them being unintelligible with one another. Obviously, there is the standard form of Mandarin called Putonghua, which is spoken in Beijing and other northern regions, and is taught in schools, but the locals in their day-to-day life use their own local dialect. And here specifically, it's Lower Yangtze Mandarin Chinese, which was the main form of Chinese for quite some time. And the specific subdialect here should be Huangshao Chinese. So this is typical Chinese countryside. Okay, so this is where I'm right now. Hey doggy. Over here, these are the courts. Even here the internet is solid. Yeah, one thing I've read about that China has really invested in modernizing countryside, roads, infrastructure, etc. So my court should be around here somewhere, right? I think for that I would have to trespass, which I really don't want to do here. So I think I'm just gonna load new courts from here. But yeah, this is where I am right now.
So I never actually showed you how exactly do I determine the maximum radius of when I load my next coordinates. So they're done by random numbers as well. So the amount of digits depends on how many uneven numbers there are consecutively. So let me just load some coordinates, load some numbers, and draw an example from that. So if there is one even number, then that automatically means 1 kilometer. If there is one uneven number, after which we get an even number, like in this case, we're going to have a kilometer number that is 1 digit long, and the number is determined by the numbers after the first even number. So in this case, it will be 8368. So for example, if the number would be, for example, 1112357, that would mean that the maximum radius will be 357 kilometers because there are 3 uneven numbers consecutively, and then the following numbers after the first even number are 357. Might be a bit confusing, but now I'm going to press this again and determine the actual maximum radius that I'm going to input now. 9 kilometers, okay. Let's do that.
因为只有我是你的好朋友。朋友，竖开你眉头。
Yeah, I think this is the village hall. Just like in Japan and Korea, it has an exercise area. Finally made it back to the main road.
朋友，竖开你眉头，朋友，张开你小口，愿你幸福有无数，愿你快乐似水流。 我愿陪着你，追求希望，追求理想和自由。
So where I am is actually, even though it's not really the closest metropolis, I'm under Dongling's administration. It's actually the least populous city out of this entire province of Anhui. Yeah, I think this was a good first province for myself because I think Anhui is quite average in many ways. So I think I got a pretty good picture of an average Chinese countryside. Yeah, I'm surprised how modern it is. You know, there's a lot of modern amenities and infrastructure is good. The internet is stable.
你要相信我，因为只有我是你的好朋友。
So up ahead you can see some construction. Nanjing Jiujiang Expressway will be built here. You can see some construction over there. And it will run like this across this village. Yeah, you have cameras everywhere.
朋友，张开你小口，愿你幸福有无数，愿你快乐似水流。
I think this is the only way. I'm now lost. Okay, I got hushed away. It's not just the locations and roads that are offset, it's my location as well. Previous shot, the one before that was from here, it should be from here. Just based on satellite imagery. They will have been here. So I probably got stopped somewhere around here. But yeah, I'm gonna load my next course now. Then on my way to my next course, I was given a sample of Chinese hospitality. I was given a ride without even hitchhiking by this great gentleman. How different is the dialect here in Anhui? This is like lower Yangtze Mandarin, right?
Yeah.
How come you speak English? You should learn it.
Yeah. Maybe a video game.
But yeah, my point should be somewhere around here. It's kind of like throwing a dart.
Oh.
That's why I'm here.
If you want to turn back in the main street, and
Oh,
I can take you to the city, because my home is in the city.
Dongling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to Anqing next. But
from take train or
yeah, I will probably like take a bus or train. But yeah, if you go to Dongling, I can go there.
let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
他看一眼这个湖就要走。看那个户籍感。对他明天要去安庆，他说。湖南里的。对，他在中国旅游。Now, like a hotel.
Is it
one room?
Is it common for Chinese schools to have a place where teachers can sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very common.
Oh, where have you traveled? Like all over China?
Not so much. I like an island and the sea and the coast. In our country, it's like a job. The sports, the sport. It's job, not a hobby.
Yeah.
More like a job in China.
Right.
That's not good. We think so.
Yeah, that's a very, very large bridge. When is it gonna be finished?
Like this year, you can see that.
This year? Okay.
You can see it's just a little shorter than not like.
Just doing final attachments.
Yeah. Like October it can finish.
Yeah, that's a very large river. Yangtze. So blue plates indicate gasoline and green indicates EV, electric vehicles. Okay. Yeah, at first I thought that it meant that the car was from a different province.
Oh.
Or is that what the first character means?
Yeah.
Okay. But here most cars are probably from Anhui, right?
Yeah. They don't have that like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually noticed that in the other village as well.
Yeah.
Most of them were electric.
Yeah.
By the sound of it. But yeah, anyway, we're in Dongling now. And what you saw previously was prime example of Chinese hospitality. Unofficially, Chinese cities are often classified in different tiers. The different criteria may depend on who you ask, but oftentimes it includes things such as economic activity and population sizes. So usually the city I'm in right now, Dongling, is considered a tier 3 city, which basically indicates a regional hub. And this is when my worries regarding registration of foreigners was materialized, as I was standing there for over 1.5 hours in a hotel I booked a room from, as the clerks were struggling to do the registration process, and they were stressed out. They were uncomfortable, as if they felt like they had the obligation to do it, which basically confirms what I said in the previous video, that will these hotels react to this statement from the government in any way? An answer to that seems to be yes, as they were stressing out about this whole ordeal, and eventually they called the police, I suppose, just to kind of clear them and to have them ensure that there won't be any troubles landing their way by not taking me in. Because what was eventually done is I was refunded the money I paid to them, and I was just simply taken to another hotel which was able to handle the registration process, and I was taken there by police. So that's how I ended up on the back seat of a Chinese police car. But the officers were very, very nice and quite humorous. So I only have good things to say about that. But yeah, so I wonder if hotels should receive better instruction on how to do this whole registration process. On the other hand, who knows when they will receive a foreign customer the next time. And moving forward, I was leaning more to book hotels that had the words international on them, just to make the process easier for me and everyone else.